Hey, what's up, everyone? Today I'm going to make another yapping video. Today I'm going to be yapping about, you know how grown men are supposed to be tough? Grown men are supposed to have high pain tolerance. You know, women on the other hand, like when they're in pain, they act like they act like somebody's stabbing them. Like when they injured their leg, or then when they injured themselves. Women act like they act like somebody's stabbing them. They just crying. They'll be crying like as if they just act like somebody's just this right here. But men on the other hand, they just go and then stop. That's how men are. Men have high tolerance of pain. Men are supposed to have a high tolerance of pain. But women on the other hand, every time they're in pain, they're like, oh, my back hurts, my arm hurts, this hurts, that hurts. Like, they're just complainers. Women are just like, I'm sorry that I'm saying this, but women are just like, every time they're in pain, they always say, when they're hurting, they're like, my head, my head hurts. But men, on the other hand, men ignore the pain. When they're in pain, they ignore it. They let it make them stronger. That's how men are. When men are in pain, they don't complain about it, unless it's a pain that is not tolerable. Like when they're like, what's the wisdom tooth being taken out? Oh my God! I had a wisdom tooth taken out, and God, just the aftermath after the numbness went away. I beg God to heal me. That is the pain I cannot tolerate. But the pain I'm going through right now, you know, the pain of my knee being swollen on account of the fact that I jumped off the porch trying to do parkour over the bicycle. Then I jerked my leg jerked to the side, and somehow I was able to get back up after that. And luckily, the bones ain't broken. It's just bruised. It's just sprained extremely. And the thing is, I didn't cry when it happened. Like I said before, I did say the few cuss words and this, that, and other, but I didn't cry because I'm tough, and therefore a grown man's supposed to be tough. They're not supposed to cry. They're not supposed to. Oh God, help me! Oh God, help me! When you're in pain, quit whining. Quit crying. Quit your whining. Quit your crying. Quit your whining like a baby. When you're in pain, act like you're not hurting. Act tough. Act like you're not hurting. Like, play guitar. Have fun. Spend time with your friends. Act like you're not hurting. When you're in pain, ignore it. When you ignore it, when you change your mindset, you begin to notice the pain that you're going through. You're able to tolerate it. In order to tolerate pain as good as I can, change your mindset. Just like I said on the video on my motivation. In order to have high pain tolerance like I have, change your mindset. And in order to change your mindset, don't look at pain as torture. Look at it as your way of becoming stronger. Look at it as your way of realizing what you've done is wrong. Look at pain as you build up for strength, as you build up for speed, as you build up to getting bigger and better and stronger and stuff. Don't look at pain as, oh, everything hurts. Pain is torture. Oh, I don't want to have pain. That's because you're being weak and pathetic. And maybe you are weak and pathetic. If you're in pain and you're always crying and whining and asking God, why am I in pain? Why did you do that? That's being weak and pathetic. You're being weak and pathetic. God doesn't want you questioning Him. I'm going to be honest with you. I have a problem with that myself. When I question God, it bothers me. It bothers me to question God. Because every time I question God, I know that He doesn't like to be questioned, and it bothers me. But guess what? We're human. We're all human. We're all going to make mistakes. But don't sit there and gripe and rage and rave just because you make a mistake. let it go and learn the lesson. Let it go and go on. Don't just sit there and fret and threat and rave and fret gonna kill yourself and this and that and other just because you make a big mistake. Don't blame God for your self-destruction either. That's why I'm not mad. When I hurt my leg, that's why I'm not mad. That's why I'm not angry. That's why I'm not whining. That's why I'm not crying. That's why I'm not even asking God, why did you do this? That's why I'm not doing it. Because I know it's my fault, but I'm letting it. Anyway, that's why I'm not angry. That's why I'm not sad. That's why I'm not even blaming God for my self-destruction. That's why I'm not even going to hate myself anymore, because I know I did wrong and I'm going to let it go, move on. That's what I have to do. And that's another thing you have to do in order to have mental toughness like I have. In order to have high pain tolerance like I have. When you made a mistake, don't be grapping about it. Don't be fretting about it, boasting about it, and be whining and crying and like a little baby and asking God to heal you, this and that and another. Just let it go and move on. Just let it go and move on. And then when you do that, that's when you start to have not only physical toughness like high pain tolerance and this and that and other. Also, you also have mental toughness as well. You begin to start taking things like a man instead of just when you're in pain, you're like, God help me. That's being weak and pathetic when you're in pain. When you're in pain, don't cry about it. Act like a man. Act like you're not hurting. If you need to go to the doctor, that's fine. But don't cry as you go to the doctor. Act tough. Men are supposed to be tough. Men are supposed to be tough beings. There's some men in this world who embarrass their wives, embarrasses their girlfriends, because when they're in pain, they just embarrass themselves. People like that are weak and pathetic. People like that don't know the meaning of knowing Jesus Christ. So that being said, when you're in pain, ignore it. Ignore it. And if you need to go to the doctor, that's fine. But don't cry and say, "Oh, God, help me. Oh, God, help me." Don't do that. That's considered being weak and pathetic. So, God doesn't look. God loves everybody. God not only loves those who believe in Him. He also loves people who are weak. He loves those who are strong. You know, the thing is, when you're weak, God can give you strength. So here's what you can do. Before you start whining and crying when you're in pain, ask God to give you the strength to deal with it. It's okay, and ask God to heal you if you need healing or something. It's okay to ask God for forgiveness. But don't cry. Well, it's okay to cry when you do it, but don't be acting like a baby. Don't act like a baby about it. Don't be a baby about it. Don't be ooh situation. Ask God to heal you, and then when you after you do it, don't rant and rave the next time. Trust God and stop your whining. So that being said, act like a man. Stay fast.